Right on time, the first dev diary for Imperator Rome has come out, so let's hop in. Hello everyone and welcome to the first development diary for Imperator Rome. Each Monday until release, except when the team is on holiday, we'll be giving you a development diary. Today we'll be talking about the vision of the game. We've often talked about how close we are with the community, but this is the first game we've made where a post from a forum member is quoted at the top of our game design. Balance between CK2, EU4, Victoria should remain in Rome 2. Rome was a fantastic mix between Crusader King characters, Europa Universalis diplomacy and war, Victoria parties, province systems, and population dynamics, and its own features like barbaric migration and the best civil wars in Paradox games. This was such a great post describing Rome that when we started Imperator, it was natural to use. In this game, we wanted to stay true to this vision, while implementing knowledge we've learned in the last decade of making games with better UX and player agency, while increasing the depth and complexity enormously. There were a few main things with the original that was really bad though, and that we've decided to remove or change. We're removing character envoys, that was a bad mechanic and primarily used to get rid of people. Omens and religious prestige was not very fun and have been changed. Trade was lots of micromanagement, and this has been reworked for a more interesting and fun mechanic. All in all, whenever possible, we strive to be adding more depth and complexity to the game to make this into the ultimate grand strategy game. Here's a quick look at Iberia. Next we'll take a deep look into the map, cities, and provinces. All in all, it's a dev diary about the philosophy of their game design and what they kind of aim to do. The direction that they're going in is good, and I like what they've said so far. Looking at the screenshot that they posted, there are a few interesting things we can also talk about. First of all, looking at Spain, obviously it's been filled in, like many people have suspected. You can see towards the Atlantic Ocean, we see more small tribes where things haven't quite been settled as much, whereas when you move into the Mediterranean, where more civilization has shown up, you get larger nations with more cities. Near what is today Barcelona, we also see two nations that share a color and have a less pronounced border. I'm not sure if this is some sort of defensive pact, tributary, maybe vassalage. I don't think that's really a thing in this time period, but there does seem to be some sort of interaction between these two that makes differentiating their borders not as pronounced. Also, when looking at the manpower of Carthage, you see a pretty massive number. Whether or not these numbers are going to make it into the full game, we have no idea, but they seem a little large to me. I'm no historian, but it just doesn't seem right, but maybe I'm completely wrong. Finally, the Legionnaire Platypus. Similar to the Hearts of Iron error dog, there is what I would assume is an error code. 1200 errors would be pretty insane. I doubt you would have the game running at that point. So yeah, that's about all we get out of this dev diary. It was cool to see the philosophy behind things. Hopefully people are as excited as I am in seeing that they're going in a direction that I really like, but we'll have to see what public opinion turns out to be. Next week they promise to talk about maps, so hopefully we'll see a little bit of their sources and what they're doing to try and make the map as historical as possible. But until that comes out, we won't exactly know. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been a short video, but there isn't a lot of meat to this dev diary. If you want to check it out yourself, I'll put a link in the description. There should be some cards floating around too on the screen if you're able to do that sort of thing. Again, I don't know how cards work. If you enjoyed the video, it would help me out a lot if you like, maybe throw a comment down, share it with your friends, do all those things. And if you want to talk with me direct, I have a Discord channel that is linked. I also have Twitter and stuff like that if you want to hang out with me on those platforms. And yeah, that's it for me. See you all later.